a London pub's already done it. It's hit the headlines after doing precisely that. It's called the Well and Boot. It's in Waterloo Station, and it's applying a 4% service charge, adding about 30p to the price of a pint of beer or cider and about 50p to a cocktail. It's an optional price, but it is applied automatically, so you have to opt out. Signs warn punters in advance. They state that 100% of the tips go to staff. Usually pubs and restaurants only apply a service charge for table service, but I wonder whether you think struggling pubs and hard-working bar staff should benefit and could benefit from taking a tip at the bar. Let's start with Jemma on this one. She likes a night on the tiles, we know that.
Oh, yes. I'm a bit conflicted because I've done that kind of work. You know, my daughter's doing it now, and I know that staff, they don't get paid, you know, perhaps that well these days. They employ a lot of young people because they're a bit cheaper, etc. So you need the tips. But also, it's a bit of a sort of another stealth charge. And we are all getting fleeced everywhere you look now. And I'm like, OK, anything where you're served, I give a great tip. But for someone giving you a drink...
On the other hand, William, I mean, you're the judge and jury in all these matters, culinary and both beverage orientated. It's hard. It's a skill, isn't it, to pull a perfect pint,
yes, it is, but you're paid to do it. I mean, if you want to slip the bartender some money for pouring your lovely frothy ale, fine.
Yeah.
But I'm very against what you call these stealth charges. I think whether it's government not having the balls to put a penny up on income tax and stealthily raising tax...
If we're going to use that word, I think we have to say testically. I don't think we can use the word that you just used, that one syllable word. So I apologise if anyone's at all offended by William's
The principle's very much the same.
Right.
That I think you should be honest about your prices. If you think it's going to cost a certain amount of money to pull a pint, then charge that. Don't, if you feel the service has been, merited, then pay extra. But I think for pulling a pint or serving a drink or pouring a Diet Coke or gin and tonic, pay the price.
What do you think, Sharon?
I mean, I don't really go to pubs, so I probably don't feel that strongly on the matter. But can we call it stealth charging if they put signs up to say that they're going to do it? You can. It's optional. I think if people keep saying they don't want to pay it, maybe the venues will just add the 50p or 30p onto the actual price anyway, so then you no longer have a say in whether you pay it or not.
I mean, we do have pubs closing every minute, don't we? And really struggling to stay alive and afloat. If this is the difference that it takes or makes, I don't know.
Well, it's not going to be the difference. We're talking a few pence. It's just literally going to annoy people. So just be honest about your pricing. Charge the cost of the price.
Let's go straight to Claire in East Sussex, who knows all about this because she used to manage a pub. What do you think of this, Claire?
Hello, everybody. I think it's absolutely outrageous.
Oh, really?
At the end of the day, well, because, people tip because they've had good service and they've enjoyed what they've got. And also, I found when I managed a pub, I probably made more in tips than I did in wages. Here, have a drink, love, have another drink. Here, I was one for the kids and all the rest of it. Thank you very much, Lee. And off I went. It's like going to the hairdressers. Oh, can I have 10%, please, before I've even cut your hair? No, you're all right, thank you. No, it's outrageous. People tip because they're grateful for the service. They want to be generous. But when it's forced in front of you and you've got to start saying, here, can you press that green button, please? It's like you go to shops now. Can you donate to charity? And you've got that embarrassment. Well, actually, I already donate to something, but go on then, because I don't want to look like I'm tight. No, and the hospitality service is struggling now anyway. So, don't put people under more pressure going in for a pint that costs, I don't know, £6-7, and then go, oh yeah, well, a couple of p on top of that. Absolutely not. You get tips because you've done a good service. It's not compulsory, and it shouldn't be. You earn your tips. Hello, how are you doing? How's your day? Oh, by the way, press that button. No, absolutely wrong. Sorry, disagree.
Categorically against, and very experienced in the trade. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to Phil in West Yorkshire. What do you think about this, Phil? Would you happily pay a service charge for a pint of beer?
I'd like to start by saying I'm an ex-landlord, and number one, you have to have your prices on the bar for weights and measures under the law, under the Weights and Measures Act. So therefore, if you start adding more to it, you're breaking the law, number one. Number two, you go to a pub for a pint, so you expect somebody to pull the pint. And I've pulled plenty. And I'm not interested in the tip. I'd like somebody to say thank you and go on your way, pal, and have a good day.
And do they usually say thank you? I mean, do you get the thank you?
Yeah, generally speaking, yeah.
You do?
Yeah,
You do.
most of my customers used to say that. However, the third point is, why is this service charge all of a sudden come from? It's very Americanised, and it's extremely wrong. There's enough pubs closing, and we don't have enough British pubs anymore as it is. And now we're going to put more pressure on because people are going to go, I'm not going to go to a pub because I ain't going to pay £6 or £7 for a pint. I'll just go to Aldi or some other supermarkets that are available and then just drink at home.
Yeah.
And it's
a tragedy, isn't it, that so many pubs are closing and so many towns and villages and streets are losing their heart in this way.
I mean, the death of the British pub is an absolute catastrophe. Hospitality is a cornerstone of British culture, and I think the tax, a lot of hospitality is being taxed out by the current government, and it's a terrible crime against culture. And as Phil says, you start adding these sneaky things in, and it makes it feel like the landlord, the institution's against you. People, it's privileged to serve people when you have a pub, and I don't think you should feel that you're, it's your pleasure. They're in your establishment, and if you then start trying to sneak in other costs, it's just very bad for the vibe.
And the idea of service charges at all, I mean, the idea that maybe they should be taken off rather than put on. What do you think of that, Jemma?
I sort of do slightly miss the day where when you just gave a tip at the end. Now it's always sort of included, isn't it? Which is good, but it means actually, weirdly, sometimes waiting staff miss out because they don't get anything extra. And back in the day...
Except the trunk system of service charges is, by law, shared by the entire staff. So if you've got a server who's given you particularly good staff, the kitchen porter will make money from the trunk.
Yes.
So, I think it is generally, a fair system. And if an establishment's working really, really well, most of the time, as a restaurant critic, I haven't, argued to take service off. What you get these days is the option 5, 10, 12, 15, 20%, and that makes you feel a bit mean. So should I be pressing the 20% button? It's the same with taxes.
What do you press?
12, 15%.
What do you think?
I think I just pay the service charge. It does say on the bottom of the receipt discretionary, but I think in terms of pubs, it's only one pub that we're hearing of that's charging it, and if it has a massive impact on their business, i.e. people are going to go to the pub next door, then they're obviously going to stop charging it. So probably other pubs are now watching to see what happens. So I don't. Well, we're acting like it's a big national emergency, this current junction.
No, they're putting up a flag and seeing how this will go.
I really I rather like that philosophy, though, that it's a privilege to serve people who come to your pub, and that kind of welcoming them in and not looking as if you're performing a terrible duty that you don't want to be doing. But otherwise, why are you the genial host if you're not pleased to be?
The way to make money is to serve them a great pint and some pork scratchings and a good meal, and make sure they come a second time. And you'll earn far more money from doing that.
And I'll stop on pork scratchings. I'm going to stop you there. Spit and sawdust.